Good morning, Art Institute. Welcome to Art Institute in the morning. I am your host, Nick Chavez, and my guest today has made a very successful career for herself, Miss Savannah Van Fields. How are you doing today, Miss Van?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm pretty good. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
When did you start modeling?
I started modeling when I was about 6 years old. My mom had me in pageants when I was, younger, but then she stopped and I kind of fell off with the whole modeling thing, lived, a normal life, and then when I got to college, that's when I started modeling again.
Okay, so that's when you kind of figured out that's what you want to do as your career?
Yes, that's when I knew I loved it.
Oh, wow. So in Houston, has it been hard?
Yes, Houston's definitely a different market than where I went to college at. It was a smaller town, and that's where I started. Then when I came to Houston, it's a bigger city, and it's way more competitive. It's, girls from everywhere. People aren't just from Houston, so it was very different.
Wow. How do you see yourself kind of progressing in this field?
I see myself progressing very well. Some of the things that I'm doing, half the girls in the field aren't doing, so I think it's going very well.
Oh, okay. And now I see that you've walked for the New York Fashion Week. What was that like?
That was amazing. I was even surprised I got a call back. I'm not in New York, obviously. I had to, get someone to videotape my walk. I submitted it, and then they were like, "Oh, we love it. We want you to come." And had already planned on going anyways. So when I got there and I actually got to do the shows, it was amazing. It was totally different from the Houston market of fashion.
Oh, okay. Wow. So who are some of your favorite models and like your idols?
Tyra Banks, obviously, she's one of the greatest. I love and admire her. Eva Pickford as well. She was on America's Next Top Model. But the thing that I really like about her is that she's a shorter model. More models in this industry, they're at least 5'9" or 6'10" or 6'1". They're very, very tall. She's 5'6". I'm 5'6". So to know that someone my height can actually make it, that just makes me just delighted.
Oh, wow. So what are some of the differences between like photographic modeling and like main catwalk modeling?
When you're in front of the camera, it's more standstill, so you have to stand there 5, 10 seconds, take one picture, versus when you're on a catwalk, it's like millions of people around you and it's live. Like if you mess up, then you mess up for everybody to see, versus when you're in front of a camera, everybody's not there seeing you mess up, or they don't see all the bad pictures you take, and they can go back in Photoshop and edit it. On the runway, I mean, it's either now or never.
Oh, wow. And can we see kind of an example of your catwalk?
Yes, thank you.
All right, awesome. Yeah. Wow, that's awesome. So how long does it take you to get that down?
It just takes a lot of practice, honestly. When I first started modeling, they told me I did horrible, to be honest. They were like, "No, you're not doing that." But I had the determination, like I knew I wanted to model. So I just went home and just practiced in my living room day after day after day. So it definitely takes time.
Oh, cool. That's cool. I seen you were nominated for Houston's Top Influential Model, and you won it.
Yes.
How
Well,
was that?
it was actually top 10,
Top 10?
and I got number one out of top 10, so
Oh.
that was amazing. I told people to go vote, and they said I had the most votes out of everybody. So, I had people going outside telling their friends to go vote. I had people telling their families to go vote. So just to know all the love and support that I have, that's what, the award meant a lot, but to know that I had that support, that meant a lot.
Oh, okay, that's awesome. So what are your goals for this field?
My goals, I just really want to show people that you can do whatever you put your mind to. Like as a kid, I know that I wanted to, I wanted to succeed, but you see all these people on TV and you don't know how they got there. I want to show people that you can get there through hard work and determination. So that's my main goal, and to also give back to the community.
Okay, and if you had like any advice to give any other young women who want to model, what would you say?
Never give up and stay positive. It's so easy in this industry to down yourself, or you see other people doing better than you, and it's like, don't let that negative energy. Positive energy creates positive thoughts, which create positive things. So the more positively you think about your career and you keep doing more positive things, You know what I'm saying? Positive things are gonna come from that. So I would just say, stay positive, stay determined, never give up.
That's cool. I really like that. I really do like that.
Thank you.
But on the more lighter side, what's like the funniest thing you've ever seen on the runway?
The funniest thing? Oh my gosh, I don't even. The funniest, seeing people who don't know how to walk, or seeing people that you're just like, wow, you're really here. That's probably the funniest thing, and that's almost at almost every fashion show. You see somebody with some crazy hair or something just out of the box, and you're just like, wow. That's the funniest thing I think I've seen. The catwalk, for the most part, is more serious, if anything.
You've never seen somebody fall off it or anything?
No, I have seen somebody trip,
Oh,
but I've
okay.
never seen anybody fall. And what's funny is, a funny story is, when I first started modeling, I tripped in front of a lot of people. We had to walk around a swimming pool, and I tripped and I fell.
Oh, wow. That's probably pretty embarrassing.
Yes.
I can imagine that. Like, what other experiences? How was it as a child modeling?
You know, I think I really don't even remember that part of my life, to be honest.
Really?
It's like, I remember winning awards and my mom getting me dressed up, but I can't remember the actual, like, I couldn't tell you about an actual day that happened.
Okay.
It's more so when I got to college, that's when I started taking it more seriously. That's what I remember the most.
Okay. Do you remember like your first show in college?
Oh my gosh, yes. I was so nervous. I didn't like any of my outfits that I wore. They put me in this horrible wig. It like was angled. You couldn't even see half of my face.
Wow.
I was so nervous on stage that my legs were shaking. You could see my legs shaking from, like, people on the stage were telling me you could see my legs shaking. And I almost tripped off the stage too. So that was,
A little bad. Yeah, I can see how that could be bad. What was your like favorite pageant that you've done?
favorite? It would have to be out of New York Fashion Week and this fashion show where I just got this award. Because New York Fashion Week, that's something people don't get to do that often. You know, I've met a lot of girls who haven't been able to either go to New York, LA, and participate in shows like that. So that was an honor for me to even just be there and get to meet so many different designers, makeup artists, stylists. And this time, it was like I was a princess when I got my award. I already had a stylist. I had a designer. My designer actually handmade my dress for me. I worked with people who work with celebrities, and so that was even more amazing. And then when I got there to see all the people who voted for me, supported me, I had picture after picture after picture. People I didn't even know wanted to take pictures with me. They were like, I saw you off Instagram, and I think you're amazing. I want to take a picture with you. And I'm like, wow, that's
awesome.
cool.
That's
So
really awesome.
I don't know. It would have to be between those two.
Oh,
It's
okay.
very hard to decide.
Yeah. Have you met any like famous celebrities, big time celebrities?
Not big time. I met some small screen celebrities. Like they're on like different reality shows. Or I would say the biggest celebrity I've met is Rico Chappelle. I think that's how you pronounce his name. He's a celebrity designer, and he's on Real Housewives of Atlanta. So I've met him. I've also met Shawn Melson. She's a celebrity designer as well. She's styled people like Fetty Wap or Real Housewives of Atlanta. She's on there as well. So I've met different celebrity designers, but that's about it.
That's cool. Well, thank you for joining us today. I think we're about out of time, so I want to thank you again, and hopefully we can get you on the show again.
Yes.
All right. Have a great day, Houston.